I was born in Utah, grew up in Georgia.
Okay.
I was an airline pilot. I got offered a position where I was based either in Wisconsin or down in Illinois, because you've got Milwaukee and Chicago. So that brought me up here, and to be honest, I absolutely love it since I moved up here. It's beautiful up here. I graduated with my first college degree to build race cars, believe it or not, into the 2008 recession, and nobody was buying food, let alone race cars. I joined the military because I didn't really have any other options, and since my grandpa, believe it or not, ran a Hell's Angels chapter, and I lived with him over the age of 18. It counts as me being affiliated with a felon organization, so I can't get a clearance. So really my only option was infantry. So close with and destroy the enemy. If there's no enemy, clean the toilets. And that was what I did for about 3 and change. I went to Afghanistan about, probably a year after I got to my unit. So I was with my unit for maybe a year, went to a few ranges, and then deployed. Went through Afghanistan, not really a scratch on me. Came back, tore my ACL.
Oh.
Yeah, playing football for PT, and me and believe it or not, my medic clashed on the snap, and it just snapped my ACL. In the military, and their infinite wisdom just gives me a bunch of opiates. They give me a bunch of opiates and a crutch, and make me go through a bunch of physical therapy, and then eventually get the surgery and whatnot. But at that point, my military career was done. So I got out, and I realized I could use my GI Bill to go be a pilot. When I was working at an airline based in Wisconsin, and I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm like, you know what? I'm a pilot. I'm in Wisconsin. Wisconsinites love cheese. I'm a cheese pilot. So I started making stuff like from the airplane, not while we're flying, but like things like, hey, this is the anti-ice system. Hey, this is the engine. Hey, this, and people loved it. But then when the leak from Roe v. Wade, came out, I made a TikTok just saying, like, because there was somebody that posted a comment, hey, if you're poor, just don't have kids. So my mom got pregnant at 13, gave birth to twins at 14. So I just said, hey, what about my mom? Assaulted at 13, pregnant at 13. Gave birth to twins at 14 because she didn't have access to the reproductive care that she needed. I have very few memories of her before the age of 8, because, it all depends on who you ask, whether she got kicked out or whether she just left. All I really remember is one time she was telling me she's going to Korea, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck Korea is. It was very obvious that, my mom had some level of mental illness or anguish from, obviously giving birth to twins at 14. I made the video at 5 o'clock in the morning saying, like, hey, this is the current distance you have to travel for reproductive health care, even without Roe v. Wade being overturned. And then I just pulled up a different map. I'm like, this is the distance you would have to travel if Roe v. Wade got overturned. Here's elevated access. A group of pilots that are trying to gather some attention, volunteer to get people from where they can't get reproductive and gender-affirming care to places where they can. If you want to volunteer, here's the website. And I went to sleep. I went and took a nap. That was it. My videos were getting 200-300 views at the most. I was like, this isn't going to do anything. Whatever. Have fun. I'm doing my part. And then I wake up to like 500,000 views later.
Wow.
Going, what the fuck did I do? People were like, well, when are you going to go out on a mission? What are you doing just calling people to go volunteer to do this? I'm like, motherfucker, I don't have a plane. People were like, well, let's fucking get you one. I'm like, wait, what? So we raised up about $15,000 to also get me an airplane. It like whittled down to the last 2 names was Air Row Plane and Ruth Bader Wingsburg. It's designed to land literally anywhere. It can land in the grass, it can land in the dirt, it can land in the water, it can land damn near anywhere.
What have you enjoyed about the flights you've done?
It's really the idea of I was already going to go flying. I enjoy flying just in general, and it's a whole lot more fun when there's someone there with you. I was already going to go flying. Let me go help normal people through normal things in their normal life. It's a little ridiculous that we gotta get a whole airplane to do it, but